not valuing until you are repulsed by men not valuing you. You cannot rise from the ashes and be the goddess that you're supposed to be. You have to get pissed and done with it. You have to not even entertain ones that you know are not going to value you in the way that you want to. I don't give a damn if he's cute. I don't give a damn if he has a good smile. He needs to value you. He needs to have good morals and value you. And you need to get mad. It should anger you that yourself, you who you've spent your entire life with, that you allowed yourself to get treated like trash by certain men that you allowed into your life. You need to get mad about it. Until you're mad enough, you just step right back into that same situation, even if it's with a different man. You either go back to the man who's treated you like crap because you've para-bonded with him in ways that you should have never done to begin with, when he didn't even do anything for you. Oh, he brought you on a coffee date and he bought you dinner one time, and you're hung up on this guy that treats you like trash. No, ma'am. Or you find the same exact guy and another guy who also treats you like crap. You need to go cold turkey, get mad that you ever allowed that sort of energy into your life, and not allow it ever again. That's how you do it. You need to get angry about it and protect yourself better. Then you let the anger go and you let the good guy come.
Hello everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this clip go around in TikTok. It's been everywhere, even on Twitter. Of is it Jidena? Or is it Jidena? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Um, Talking about him, wasting women's time that wanted to have kids and manipulating them, even, using them to build himself up. And this is the thing, ladies. This is why we say you do not build a man up, because even from his start, he said he used women to build his own platform, used women to build himself up. Where he's right now is because of probably women, and also depriving them of, having kids when they wanted to have kids. Now, then there is another podcaster. I think she's also here on YouTube. Is it A Man Talk It? She's also on TikTok. And she was talking, and another guy was asking her why, you know, she didn't want a kid. And she was like, I don't want a kid because I understand why she said that. It's emotional manipulation. And he was trying to, like, get her into being like, oh, feeling bad about herself for not wanting to have kids. And I'm like, why is it that, especially when a woman is intelligent and she knows her what, that is when a lot of men will be like, you should have a kid. It's mostly because they want to manipulate you, they want to put you down. And for the singer, I don't really care what he's talking about. But the thing is, the women that spent that time, I'm pretty sure they went through pain because in their heart, they are not feeling better about it. And this is why when I come up here, I tell women, if you're going to be dealing with any guy at all, he better have money. He better have money. He better own his own house. He better have enough money to raise a family. Because if he's not, that is not your pick. Because they are two different. In fact, men change whenever it depends on the woman. You could meet a man right now and he would be like, I don't want kids. And when once that woman say, I don't want kids either, or she's determined on not having kids, it's his set might change to I want kids. But the reason for wanting that kid is not because he wants kids. It's mostly because he wants to emotionally manipulate, you know, the woman. A lot of men out here are not having kids because, they want kids or they love having kids around. Many of the time, you see men that have kids, they don't want anything to do with their kids. They don't want to have anything to do with their kids. But because of the woman that they're dealing with, they just want to tie her down, be able to attach themselves somewhere or somehow to that woman. And sometimes, many of the times, it's not coming from a good place. So I'm gonna bring up this video of him, you know, and then we're gonna talk about Al Pacino being ordered to pay child support. And the reasons for this child support is not because he's fighting with his girlfriend. No. He's an older man, and anything can happen. So it's better. I'm pretty sure the girlfriend decided it's better I keep the money for my child separate, which is a very, very clever decision. Very clever girl. I love the fact that she did that. Because, first of all, they're not married. Let's not forget about that. They're not married. They are dating. They have a kid and they're still together, which is lovely. And she's trying to, set her son up. She's trying to set, you know, money up in case something happens in the future. She doesn't have to go through her own child support. There is money already there. He's been paying that child support, so she's just making sure that she's setting herself up for better. Now let me bring up this video over here of visit Jidena. I don't know how we pronounce his name. Talking about this particular topic of him. Let me see.
Years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now. And look at them. I remember different quotes I said, like, just like really manipulative things to say, like, no one's gonna love you the way I do. My God, I'm ashamed of it. And that's what makes me angry when I see my brothers do that. We can't.
Now I'm gonna say this before he continues talking, because this is the thing. Of all those women he's talking about, he's ashamed of it. Did he go back to one of those women that built him up? Did he go back to those women? No, he hasn't. But he's talking about this is just a publicity stunt. He's just wanting people to remember him. That is my own opinion. I feel like I know a lot of people are being like, "Oh, he's repented. He's ashamed of what did he go back to make it right with one of those women that built him up?" No, but he's gonna talk about it. This is something. This is manipulation. This is some kind of manipulation, and like, oh, I know what I've done something wrong, and I understand it was wrong. So did you correct your wrong by going back to one of those women that you feel like you took away their baby making years? Ladies, this is the thing. Stop building men up here. Stop being like, I'm gonna stick with him and we're gonna build together. See, there are too many tactics that men use in manipulating women to stay with them. And this goes for every man, even if he's wealthy. There are many of them that also do use manipulation tactics to keep their women, to keep women around them. So you're going to have to look at the telltale sign and do what is best for you. If you don't want to have kids, it's good. If you want to have kids, look at the man twice. And if it's not a guy that you feel like can provide for the kids, but he will forever be in your life and be a nuisance to your life, no. It kind of remind me of Steve Harvey's, video with, Kiki Palmer. I'm gonna bring that video up later on after this, by the way, of him literally trying to set her up, and she decided no, Dust Bucket was the one she wanted. She wanted a man she was gonna build up, and what happened? And by the way, there was still fire on the mountain because Kiki's mother, was warning Darius about coming to Kiki's apartment and putting hands on her daughter. She was like, if you come in here, and she threatened him, And I'm like, I understand why the mother would take such action, because with the post from the text message that she had with Darius's mom, you notice that Darius was already abusive. That is another thing that I'm holding. See, women, we're gonna have to hold each other accountable over here. You've seen the kind of violent person this man. That's he's been with his own sister, and you decided to still continue dating this man. That one I definitely put on Kiki. See, I understand we do not blame women, but see, there are some telltale signs that you see, and you do not go in unless you're dumb. Then you continue that way. Then you continue that way. So the mom, sent this message to her and being like, no, your son will not be putting hands on my daughter like he put on your daughter. And I'm like, you should have already told your daughter not to date this man from the start. He had nothing. He had nothing. And she probably was thinking she was doing him a favor and, helping him. She loved him so much that she gonna stick by him and all of that. And how did that work out? They have a kid now. He's forever gonna be a part of her life. No matter how people want to say they're not together, they have a kid together. Now let me finish this video over here.
Do that to the women that have done so much for us to even exist. And I saw myself for the first time. All the things I'm saying now, woo, horror. Bit by bit, I stripped myself of my former self. And I swore that the next relationship that I would get in, I would work as hard at love as I worked in my career.
Would we still get
Okay, wait a minute. Let me just get this. So he found out that all he did was use women to build himself, and he's repented. He is ashamed of what he did, but he did not go back to correct his wrong. So he's talking about the next relationship that I get into. This is laughable. So he did not go back to correct his wrong. I'm pretty sure those women that he left and the way that he's talking about, he, robbed women of their baby making years. I'm like, okay, so those women don't have kids. That's what you're telling us. That means till this day, they don't have kids and probably still single, some of them. And instead of you going back and trying to correct your wrong by picking one of those women that you're talking about that built you up, that you used, you decided to be like, I am a terrible person, this, that, I've repented. But the next relation, you have not repented. You would have gone back and did the right thing. No, but you're talking about the next relationship that you get into. Make it make sense.
this confession if it wasn't for this particular sponsored post? If there wasn't a brand sponsoring this truth, would he be so forthcoming? These men know that you're looking for a man that's emotionally mature and emotionally available. And sometimes to get you, they'll pretend to be. They'll pretend to be healed. And the best way to convince you that they're a new and changed man is to confess to all their sins. But sometimes that's another part of their game. They just add a deeper layer to it. That's how they get the women who are attracted to healing, attracted to growth. The women in the comment section are proof that talking like this, oh, it works. There are so many women in the comment section of this post saying like, wow, he really did the work. How do we know? Because he talks a good game? He talked a good game to those ladies. He just told you he's talked several women out of their childbearing years. Talk about in my next relationship. So you still ain't practicing what you preaching? Child, are we supposed to trust you? Like those other ladies did? You know who could have used this apology? The women that you wronged.
Yeah, I bet he's not about to do that. He's not about to do that. He's just, talking and not doing the work. And probably, I don't think, see, people that talk this way and not, correct their wrong are people that I don't trust. And I wouldn't tell any woman to get with unless you're trying to get the bag, get your bag and get out. And if he's not giving you the bag, drop him where he stands. So let me bring up this video of Kiki Palmer and Steve Harvey. The time Steve was giving this girl some good advice and she didn't listen.
Uncle Steve is.
Let me tell you something. That's one thing. That's why I like Lori Harvey. That's why I like that girl. Because she's not playing around. She's not playing the fool with any man out here. And that's why a lot of men can't stand her. Because she had a dad like Steve that gave her the game, which is a good thing. She's privileged to have this man in her life. Not every man would come out and be like giving you all that, advice. Now let me continue this.
Dating is good,
Help from Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve is always trying to get me with the billionaire. I'm like, Uncle Steve, I don't need the billionaires. I just need some simple stuff. I don't like to mix my industry business with my personal life. I'm just laying low in private, love.
Well, I bet she listened to Uncle Steve now. Now let me bring up this other video over here. As we do it over here, I bring up videos and I give my commentary on the topics. So let me bring up this video over here. So this particular video over here is, about this lady not wanting to have kids, and it seemed to bother this man a lot. And he's like, but you were put on this earth to bear children. And I'm like, so women are just put on the earth to bear kids? Is that what we are? Instrument of kids making? Let me just bring the video up. I don't like talking too much.
What you mean you're not having kids?
So, ladies, I want you, for those ladies that are child free and want to continue being child free, this is a video for you, because this girl, this lady, she made a lot of sense. She made a lot of sense. So let me play this video over here.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
He should have just said for somebody to be able to manipulate you, because that is what it is. If she doesn't want to have kids, that's her opinion. And if you ladies out there want to have kids, like I said before, if he cannot provide, and you're gonna have to, if the man cannot provide for his family, he cannot provide for you. That's why we have these topics in this podcast where I say, if he has money and he does not provide, it's not for you. And if he does not have money, he's also not for you. You're gonna have to, select this man. You're gonna have to vet. Not only that, look at their structure, the mentality, and the way they work. If they don't have the bag, no. You go for somebody, you look for somebody that has the money. At least when you have kids, you're not gonna be bothered, even if you're with that person later on or not. You still get your bag, you still get everything that you deserve. But if you're gonna go out here and be having kids with broke people, yeah, that's the problem. That's why a lot of children are born into poverty. So let me play it.
When you think you have kids?
I'm not having kids.
What you mean you're not having kids?
I'm not having kids.
That's what you was born here to do.
No, I'm not.
Why would you not want to have kids?
Why would I?
I'm asking you.
Why don't I want to have kids? I don't see any benefit.
For giving somebody life?
You have a kid and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
And he called us selfish. No, it's giving. I want to control you with having kids. There are some ladies out here that don't mind. And one thing I like about a podcast is she is one of those ladies that do not support women, building a man up. She does not support that. That's one thing I like about her podcast, especially because normally I find her on TikTok. She is also into those talking about women dating men that have more than you, because that is how it's always worked. If a man has less than you, he can't value you. This has been going on for a long time. Even in the old days, if a man did not have money, he didn't marry, because no family would give him a wife to marry. He wouldn't even date. I saw a video last time of this young lady of another podcast, and the guy was like asking the girl about how she dates, and she was like, I'm celibate when I'm dating. And he was like, so if I'm with you and I want to date you, I have to be celibate too. And she said, yes, you have to be celibate too. And he was like, but I don't think that will work. Can I at least go and see other women while I'm trying to date you? I'm like, that is crazy. So you want to date her, you want to go on a date with her before you date her, but you want to still go around and sleep around. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. And she was like, no, you have to be celibate too if you want to date me. And I'm looking at all this situationship, like crazy topics out here, ladies, crazy topics. And this guy was like, but I can't even test the sample. I'm like, you're not married. You're not married to this lady. You're talking about dating. And then the time span, and he was like, what if I don't like you like that, and I don't want, so you want to test the sample to know if you're gonna date her. Make it make sense. Sometimes some men out here don't be making any kind of sense. And then they will coming out here talking about single mothers when they are the ones creating the single mothers and the single homes. And then they be the same one coming out here telling women, oh, you shouldn't, be with a man until you get married. And then when women decide, okay, I'm not gonna be with you until, at least she was talking about dating, until you pronounce me, you tell people that I'm your girlfriend and we are officially dated. And I started thinking about that topic, and I'm like, should women stop, like, literally, doing stuff with men? I mean, if you're gonna do stuff, that's exactly what I mean. If you're gonna give yourself to somebody anyways, you better be somebody that is putting money in your bank account, because that's why a lot of women are having problems out here. You better be somebody that is wealthy, that even if such thing would happen, you have money on your bank account, and you do not give yourself away before you get money in your account. You do not give yourself away without him putting some money, depositing some money into your bank account. That money gotta be there, so that if anything happens, you can look at your bank account, even if it's there or not, you can still smile and walk away. Because this is the thing, they do shame a lot of women out here that come out and be like, if he doesn't have money, I don't want him. But at the same time, they're talking about, I want a sample. Sample what? What is this? An ice cream? An ice cream shop? What are you sampling? And then he had the audacity to talk about, and then she was saying, how long is this, people were asking, how long is this, you guys going out to know each other gonna take? And this guy opened his mouth and said 3 months. She asked him for how long, and he was like 3 months. 3 months? You telling me you getting to know somebody for 3 months, and she's saying that she want to be celebrating? You're out here talking about, I need a sample. You're not even her boyfriend. You are not a man. You are not her man. And you are talking about, I need a sample. Make sense. Let me tell you something. Pygmies are destroying the market out here for women that want serious relationship, because, woo, Lord, he ain't even dating you and you giving it up. At this point, I'm gonna say this, ladies. See, if you're gonna, want to look for somebody better and you can't find anybody better that can get yourself a toy, so that in case you get the urge to do, get yourself a toy. There are some in Amazon. Yeah, get yourself one. If you feel like you cannot, last a long time, get yourself a toy. Keep it at home. If it takes, you just, do it yourself before you go out there. Don't be going out there being tasty. Because that's why a lot of women are out here. Some women, baby mama, some women don't have anything, and they would literally devalue themselves, put themselves so much down, build a man up, and get nothing. That's why some men are out here, like this musician that I played from the start. What is his name? Was talking about he robbed women of their, a baby making years. What is that? What was that all about? Crazy, I tell you. So let me look at this other video over here. Let me see, because I got some videos today. Yeah, this video over here, when I saw it on TikTok, I said this is an inspiring video, and I'm gonna bring it up here for my ladies.
And that love of your.
So I want you guys to listen to this lady over here. I think she's around 70s, and she's giving advice to the younger women that are coming up.
When you're younger, you'll think that you're never going to find that love of your life again. Oh, you can't live without them. Nothing in the world will ever matter again.
I loved him so much.
But it will, and you will get over him.
I gave him everything.
And just remember what my mother used to always say. In a year from now, you'll look back like it never even happened. Who? Are you going to say, what's his name?
But I know you from somewhere.
And the best way to get over a guy is with another guy.
For rebound?
Yeah.
She's funny. I love the video. Yeah, especially for the women that think all hope is gone. Yeah, all hope is not gone. You still got time. And the best thing is you can utilize your time and literally do the best for yourself. You can do the best for yourself by choosing, the best man. So let me bring this video up in here of this other podcast that she had, also great advice for women, telling you men are not ashamed in putting you through hell. So you should not be ashamed of asking for things. You should not be ashamed of wanting, the best man out there. You should not be ashamed of wanting a man that can, give you money and sustain your lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, they are not ashamed. Because imagine the one I was talking about on TikTok, talking about, getting to know somebody takes around 3 months, but he want to sample something. He wants to know if they're good in bed and all of that, if he want to date her or not. In those days, you do not get to sample. You marry a wife, that's your wife. And if you do not have money, you don't even marry. You stay single.
To sleep with them. These men will shame you and try to get you to sleep with them because they don't care about your well-being. They don't care that you're going to be psychologically damaged. They don't care that your pair bonding mechanism will be broken. They don't care that you will lower your mate value for future men. They don't care about you. They don't care that sleeping with them will open you up to a lot more health issues, STDs, and even just not even going that route, not even going STD. The truth is that a sexually active woman or a girl needs a lot more medical care. So your medical costs will go up, your psychological costs will go up, your future damage with pair bonding they don't care about you. Just to give you an example, I'm married to a man for, October will be 15 years for us. We met in August. So it's been 15 years for us, and we are very closely pair bonded. This man, like my little ouch is like this man's like, oh my gosh, right? So, the example I was sharing with a client is, I often hear of women sleeping around and then complaining that a man tried to choke them in bed or tried to, hurt them in bed. And I cannot even imagine this. So I was telling to my client that when you're pair bonded with a man that like cares about you, if I like say as much of as an ouch, because like let's say that my hair gets whatever tangled during intimacy or something happens, like even the slightest even if I like if I'm not like, I don't want to be too graphic, but as enthusiastic as I was to, he's like, are you okay? Is it like when you are pair bonded with a person, they care about every aspect of you. Okay, they take care of you.
Yeah. So, ladies, it's getting wild out here. I saw a lady come out on TikTok. She was like, you know what? The dating game is not for me anymore. She literally, I wish I had that video right now. She literally came out and she said she was going to leave the dating game for the stronger women. She was going to leave it for the stronger women because she done. She is done. She sounded done. She was like, I'm so done with all of this. This is the thing. Ladies, you're going to have to know how to carry yourself. You're going to have to drop the dust bucket where they belong. And you know what? Find you somebody that respects and value you. And that has the bag too. Because if he ain't got the bag, he's going to have disdain later on towards you, especially if you have more than he does. Especially if he has more than he does. So, let me see which of the video. Okay. This one over here.
Not going to be able to give you what you want, who's not going to be able to please you, make you happy, because life is too short to be dating dusties. Okay, what if you die tomorrow and your dusty show up to your funeral? What if he can't even get there because he ain't got no car? Snapchat it for me. Okay. I couldn't make it. I ain't had no car. I didn't have no ride. My baby mama wasn't picking up her phone. Just think about it. What are people going to think when they see you two together? I know she paying for everything. That's exactly what they're going to say. I know she paying for everything. That's exactly what I say when I see a dusty and a pick me. I know she paying for everything. Not even half. She paying for everything.
So true. Yeah, so true. But again, we're gonna talk about this. Yeah, you do like. I don't need to repeat myself 10 times, ladies. You're gonna have to be wise out here because there are some men thinking, getting to know you takes 3 months. Imagine you're wasting your time with somebody and he thinks that is getting to know your face, but at the same time he feels like he is entitled to your body. But that's getting to know you, by the way, for 3 months. He's just getting to know you for 3 months, and he feels entitled to your body because he wants to know if he wants to stay in the relationship or not. The nonsense that a lot of men come up with up here, and some women be buying into this rubbish. The nonsense and the audacity that some of them be coming out here, especially in the internet, and be talking about opening your dusty mouth and talking about like, yeah, if we're going out for 3 months, that doesn't mean we are dating yet, but I feel like I should be able to be entitled of your body. You should give me that I don't like. It's crazy. I can't give you anything. I can't give you money. I can't, take care of you. But when we're meeting each other for 3 months, we are not dating. And, and if you don't give me your body, is it okay if I go out and sleep with a pygmy that will let me, ride her? And when you're done, then we can, after that, after our knowing season, I can come back. The dustiness is dusty out here. No offense. It's really dusty out here. I kind of feel sorry for the women that are going through this right now, trying to find a mate. But this is the thing: you're gonna have to put your feet down. You're gonna have to put your feet down and literally make the best decision for yourself. Don't mind some men out here talking about, rich men will not treat you right. Yes, there are those rich men, and those are not the ones we're talking about. Those are not the ones we are talking about. Oh, what about if he doesn't marry you and he's rich and you have a kid? Well, he's gonna be paying child support. Yeah. Okay, let me bring this video of Pacino over here. Of him paying child support for his girlfriend. They are still together. You see, when a man has money and he's not afraid, he's not a dusty out here. He's gonna pay child support and not cry about it.
Finna be ups.
Ooh, girl, I'm with you. I mean, when she put on this post, I was like, girl, I'm with you for this one. And she looking fresh. The girlfriend looking fresh. Yeah. This is what money does to women. If you have money, you look fresh out here. But if you have a man that frustrates you, it doesn't matter if you have money, he's gonna frustrate the freshness out of you.
Dudes making about $42,000 a year finna be upset by this. Al Pacino was ordered to pay his girlfriend, Noor Alfallah, $30,000 a month in child support. Al Pacino, 83, to pay his 29-year-old girlfriend $30,000 a month in child support for their daughter that was just born this year. And I believe that they're still living together and still together. The judge also ordered him to pay $100,000 upfront before continuing with the monthly payments, $13,000 for a night nurse to cover any medical bills outside of the healthcare insurance. Not only that, but he is supposed to be depositing $15,000 a year into the education fund for his youngest son. So,
the brokies are gonna be on there. They're gonna be on fire. I'm pretty sure every time they come across a post like this, they're mad. They're mad. This is the thing. If you're gonna make the wrong decision, at least you should be rich enough for you to have the luxury lifestyle. If you're gonna be making a mistake out here, for those women that nobody plans on making a mistake, but at least be sure that if anything ever happens, you will not be out here looking like struggle. You will not be the definition of struggle. So let's continue.
So here are the two together, looking like Pawpaw and his granddaughter. The couple was first romantically linked in 2022, but it was later revealed that they had been dating since the pandemic. She mostly dates rich older men. She's been connected with Mick Jagger and somebody named Nicholas Bergeron. I don't know who Nicholas Bergeron is. She's been with Al for some time. They get along very well. The age gap doesn't seem to be a problem, even though he's older than her daddy. She moves around with the wealthy jet-setting crowd, and she comes.
Let me tell you something. That girl clever. That girl is clever. I mean, if she's gonna make a mistake, she made it with the right person. She knows that, hey, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be set for life. I don't have to look for a dust bucket out here. She's not looking forward to dating a Dusty. So she knows the kind of man she moves around. It's giving, it's like Lori Harvey, but different from Lori, but she has her own standards. She going for the bag and she understand. She wants a stress-free life. You get me? At least she have a kid. Yes, you can say, oh my God, she has a kid. You're not married. Hey, she's okay. She's doing fine. She got the bag. She's good. Now look at other women that have kids but don't have anything. The baby daddy is somewhere else with a pick-me somewhere, talking shit about her all the time. Crying about that child support that you gotta pay. Nah, that is not the kind of man we're looking for.
From money. The reason why I say that the men's making $42,000 a month are about to be mad, because they seem to get real mad about money that doesn't impact them. So here she is looking really expensive. Okay, by May 2023, it was revealed that Alfallah was 8 months pregnant while expecting their first child. This is Al Pacino's fourth. And like I was saying in the beginning, I think that they're still a couple. This bottom statement says the same thing. And despite still being a couple, Alfallah filed for custody of their son in September. She was just trying to make sure that her I's were dotted and her T's were crossed. She was just making sure that her money and the kids' money was set up. This woman is definitely set for life, because dude is 83 years old. Probably not going to be around for much of the child's life. So she is just setting herself up, setting her son up for the long haul. Y'all go ahead, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share.
She's a clever girl. That is how clever women. See, let me tell you, clever women out here understand the deal. That's why many women that are very clever, I'm not talking boy stupid, I mean clever when it comes to men, they make it in life. A lot of women that understand men antics make it in life. Not the ones that are gonna be like, not the ones that are fooled by men's love. Oh my God, I love you so much. I'm gonna come build you up. Oh my God, he's so handsome. Some women be going for the handsomeness. Oh my God, he's so handsome. And I think I'd rather be with the one that is handsome. You're gonna eat handsome? Handsome gonna pay the bills? Because I don't think handsome is gonna pay your bills. Yeah, I don't think handsome is gonna pay them bills. Because at the end of the day, when he start aging, this is the thing. I hear a lot of men come out here and be like, they cannot date women that are, older because of their looks. Men also don't have their looks when they are in their 40s going up. The looks depletes. They don't have looks. What looks? Which looks? If you compare a man's photo that is around 50s now, in his 50s right now, to his photos when he was 20s to 30s, you will see a big difference. A very big gap. There is a big difference in the looks. When he was younger, he probably looked good. Those are the kind of women that a lot of women are like, men that a lot of women are like, oh, he's handsome. He was handsome once. But when he turned 50, he ain't gonna be that handsome anymore. The looks are gonna start leaving. And then what? That's who you picked. Now let me bring up this other video over here. I don't know if I still got videos to comment on. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this one over here talks about, this lady was giving her own opinion on if he's rich, and this is a topic I think we need to have a separate conversation about later on. Maybe one time I will just make a separate topic about this particular one. If he's rich and he's not giving you money, if he's rich and he's not giving you money, you got to move, girl. You get to move. You get to leave him where he is. Leave him there. Leave him there. And stop wasting your time. Go find you another one.
He does nothing for you. Next caller. Simple. Girls meet rich men and be too easily impressed. Like, oh my God, he drives a nice car. Oh my God.
Wait, that was fast.
Dating a rich man means absolutely nothing if he does nothing for you. Next caller. Simple. Girls meet rich men and be too easily impressed. Like, oh my God, he drives a nice car. Oh my God, he got a nice house. Oh my God, he has a nice watch. All of that shit should not impress you. What should impress you is the money that he's depositing in your wallet.
And period. And period. Because I have met girls that, will be moving around with very wealthy men, but they don't have nothing in their bank account. They don't have nothing in their bank account. And then they be coming out and they be like, maybe he's testing me. Testing what? Girl, if you don't move on and take his other friend, James, that has money. Look at James over there. He got money. He looking at you. Go over to James. Since he don't want to spend the money on you, go over to James. James look like he about to spend some money on you. Yeah. Go over there. And those kind of men are the kind of men that they would take you, to an event where there are other rich people. I've seen that happen personally. And it had happened to me before. Where they will go, to a event and you'll be pretty as hell. And other men be staring at you. But that man be like, he's not putting it. I left. I left. And that's why I left for somebody else and I'm happy right now. I was not one of those girlies that way, you rich and I'm going to stick by you. I was like, you rich. I can see the richness in my bank account. So I left and I went over to the other side where the grass was greener and he had his own company and had his own money. And I decided, well, I guess I've just made myself at home. And I'm still at home and I'm okay. Because I don't have to, do nothing. I don't have to do nothing unless I just want to do something. If I want to do something which I'm doing for myself, he doesn't care. He sees it as, whatever I want to do, that's my business. You get me? So you ladies are going to have to learn. Yes, if you're dating a rich guy and you feel like he can't give you money, let me tell you what you do. Don't say anything. Find a way to make him take you to a social event where there are also other rich guys as rich as him. Follow him there. And let me tell you something. When you find one that is interested in you, you jump ship. You jump ship. You jump ship. Because he might be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving me for this guy over here that has money as much as I do. I thought you loved me. No, the love is not being reciprocated. You're not putting that love in my bank account. I'm not seeing the love in the bank account. It's not showing. Because tomorrow, if he leaves you, you're going to be penniless. You're not going to have nothing. You're going to be one of those girls that are going to be going around talking about, I dated this famous rich guy, or I dated this rich guy. We've been dating for, 6 years, and then he left me. And then people be looking at you like, so you dated this guy? And you're like, yeah. So why are you still poor? Why are you still struggling? What did he do for you since you dated him for that long? Or you stayed with him and you dated him for that long? Yeah. So what did he buy you? And then you're going to be looking stupid out here. You're going to be like, no, I just dated him for love. I didn't want him to show. Well, you sound like struggle love. And, you're doing all that struggle love stuff. That's on you. Everybody's going to be looking at you like a fool. Like, so you dated this guy and you got nothing. You wasted your time. Wasted your time. And I know a lot of people don't like women that jump ship. I'm definitely for women that jump ship, especially for if it's for the bag. If the other one is putting the money in the bank account and you want to jump ship and the other one is not and he's just sitting down telling you about true love, yeah, pass. Pass. Because you're gonna be over there for a long time. Now, this last video that I want to bring over here is a very funny video. It's about this girl that had been dating this man for 5 years. He could then left her and went and got married. This is the antic of men, how some men actually think. After he's gotten married, his wife is pregnant and he's now calling his ex-girlfriend and trying to get her to be with him. And I'm like, look at this. He just want to destroy your own life because he's over there. He feels like he cannot be chaotic enough. He needs somebody else to destroy her own life.
So my ex, y'all, it's story time. So my ex from 5 years ago has been blowing me up and trying to get my attention for the past 3 months. But the gag is this man is married and his wife is currently 7 months pregnant. Okay, a little backstory from our relationship. We dated in 2017, 2018. We dated for about 7 months. We got engaged. A beautiful proposal, beautiful ring. And he played in the NFL and he wanted me to quit my job and move in with him. But the thing is, I worked as a petroleum engineer in Dubai. I was making shit ton of money. And I didn't want to leave my job to be a housewife. And I told him I wasn't ready because he was 2 years older than me, but he was ready to settle down, like get married, have kids and stuff like that. I was ready for marriage, but I was not ready to have kids, and I knew that's what he's wanted. So I was like, it doesn't make sense for me to, you know, quit my job and do what you want because you're already set. You are doing your dream job. You're playing in the NFL and you're doing great at it. I want to, you know, have money for myself. I want to chase my dreams. So I was like, I can't do that. So he was like, well, if you don't quit your job and move with me, then we can just go ahead and break up. And then I was like, oh, I guess we're going to break up then because I'm not doing that. Boom, we broke up. I haven't talked to this man in years. We got reconnected last year via Facebook, but I ceased all communications when I found out he was married because I felt like that was disrespectful. 3 months ago, for some reason, he wanted to pick up communication. Blowing me up, blowing me up, blowing me up. Did not respond because I just, like I said, I thought it was disrespectful to his marriage. This man gonna text me talking about thinking about you. I said, how about you think about your wife, sir? How about you think about your wife, sir? So then he goes and texts me talking about, Bree, please, I don't want her. She's just here until you're ready to love me again. Please let me show you what your address. I'm gonna send you flowers.
Imagine the wife being the wife and listening to all that crap. Oh, she's just here until you're back, and that is absolute nonsense. That's absolute nonsense. You get me? This is why I say, see, it doesn't matter if they're rich. There are some that are rich out here that have common sense, and there are some that are rich out here that don't have common sense. There are some that are broke out here. In fact, I'm not even gonna. Most of the broke guys are. Let's not go there. Most of the time, all they're thinking about is money. So let's stop playing. Many broke guys are not going for me, love you. They're going for who's gonna give them money to feed them for the next day. Let's just say it as it is. And if you're Barbara the builder, they're definitely gonna take advantage of you. But imagine the wife seeing all of this. It is embarrassing. But at least it sounds like he got money. And if she's gonna leave, she's gonna take the bag. Yep. If she's gonna leave, she's gonna take bags with her. Plenty of bags with her. So let's continue.
I'm like, okay, fine. I sent him an address, but it wasn't my address. He was like, sent. They'll be arriving at 1 p.m. He gonna text me talking about they were delivered. Did you get them? Question mark. I said, laugh my ass off. The address I sent you is the county morgue. So leave me alone. I tell your wife. He gonna go back, I guess, like put the address in Google and it pops up as the Cobb County Medical Examiner. So he's mad, right? Because apparently he was like, I sent you 1,000 roses. You got me sending it to the wrong address. I'm like, sir, this relationship is dead like them people in that fucking building. Leave me alone before I tell your wife. Scram, get out of here. So this man gets mad. This man is mad at me and proceeds to blow up my phone. You're married. Your wife is pregnant. Why are you worried about me? Why are you worried about me? Leave me alone. I am living my best life. And I am so glad I did not quit my job in Dubai 5 years ago, because now I'm living my best life, literally. Okay? Girls, follow your dream. Young women out there, follow your dream. Do not settle for no man. Do not settle for no man. Live your life. Get that money. Get your own bread. Do that. That is it. That is all. Thank you.
Okay, that was a nice video to end today's podcast. Now I'm gonna say this, ladies. I hope that you enjoyed today's topic. Do not forget to leave a like and comment. Let me know what you think about all of these shenanigans and women that actually, build men up, because the end of the day, most of the time they do not sow what they do not reap what they sow. They will be putting all the sweat, blood, and everything on a man, and at the end of the day, that man's gonna leave you. And for the women that are going, the Barbara, the builders, and the pygmies, things are not looking good for you out here. Because imagine a guy coming out talking about the time, it takes him 4 months to be sure if he wants to date you, if he wants you as your girlfriend. Like the bar has reached the bar has not, in fact, the bar does not exist anymore. There is no bar anymore, ladies. There is no bar. There is no it's gone. Because imagine a guy coming out and being like, he wants to, take 3 months to know you. And in that time, he wants you to give yourself to him so that he can sample it, because he's an ice cream. He wants to sample your body for that 3 months that you two are getting to know each other. You're not even dating each other. And it's not as if it's going to contribute anything to your life. Only dust. Mostly only dust. And then this will be the same men that will be out here talking bad about women that don't want to date men without money. Make it make sense. That don't want to date men that don't give them money. Make it make sense. And they be the biggest haters of women that want to date wealthy men that give them money. They be the biggest haters. They be the ones hating the most, because you won't give their dusty ass a chance. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for being here. Do not forget to press that like button, subscribe, and I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.